Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to some. Let's get this word. And so today we're gonna talk about calling out spirits, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's the teaching of the day. We're gonna identify spirits and what they are, how to overcome them, and ourselves and from other people. And so we know that the 7 deadly sins are hate, envy, greed, lust, stirring up conflict in the community, boastfulness, which is like pride, and a liar and a thief, basically. And so we call them the 7 deadly sins because they are the 7 demons that was imparted in us so that we can overcome them. And so ultimately it's God showing us that when we operate in those things, out of those things, we literally are cursing whatever we are intentionally using those things for, basically. And so the way that we overcome them is by operating in the fruit of the Spirit that multiplies when in operation and not decreases. So that would be love, patience, kindness, keeping no record of wrongs no matter what you feel or how you feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Because we live life in moments, pieces. So even if it just happened, the next moment is an opportunity for you to fix it. Like, that's how we're supposed to live our life. And so God was showing me, like, in the spirit, when we talk about breaking off generational curses, an example of that would be, say you are dealing with or living with a narcissist. It's not for you to be calling it out in their face and, you know what I'm saying, doing these such things or whatever, because a negative times a negative is a negative, right? And so in order to have the effect to where they'll change their ways too, we have to be willing to do whatever we need to do to protect the love, power, and sound-mindedness that's in our spirit that God has given to us, whether that be to ignore them, remove ourselves from that situation, or address it with love. Because scripture tells us if we have a fault towards a brother or a sister, then we are to bring that fault to that brother, to that sister. And if they accept it, then that is our brother or sister. If not, then to move on, because that is not our house, right? See, another one of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. And so we have to be self-controlled enough to not come out of our element, our natural being, our natural essence of who we are. We are love, we are power, and we are sound-mindedness. So we can't be out here sacrificing that for anybody. That's how we're able to identify the enemy. The enemy comes but to steal, kill, and destroy. Kill, steal, and destroy what? Your love, your power, and your sound-mindedness. So anything that comes against that, you must identify it as your enemy, as your antichrist. If you're operating in a Christly spirit, then anything that tries to come against your love, power, and sound-mindedness is your enemy, literally. And so, even if it's yourself, and that's the thing a lot of people miss, yo, is that we can be our own biggest enemy, imposter syndrome, or whatever you want to call it. You feel me? Like, we can be our own worst enemy. In Psalms, he tells us that the wicked flee though no one pursues them. See, when you're called by God and you know you called by God, you know that you're protected. So anything that even try to come up against you, dog, you know that it's going to automatically fail at the end of the day because you have this hedge of protection around you. You know what I'm saying? But the wicked who feel like God is not strong enough or big enough to protect them, they feel like things is after them when really it's them after themselves. It's the things that they had set upon in their imagination, set their imagination on, that is now their belief that something is after them. You feel me? And so that's why we got to have a clear consciousness. So to walk with God is to be able to clear your mind of all the things and wrongs that you have done, and all the things, wrongs and stuff that people have done to you. And it's not just no, oh, I believe in God type thing. No, it's something that you have to sit, ponder on, get through, cry through, heal through, so that you can share it, talk about it, and operate in it with love. You feel me? And so with that being said, y'all stay blessed out here. Remember to remain a blessing to other people for the commandments that we keep. You know what I'm saying? Comes back to us, he blesses us. And the command that he gave us is for us to love ourselves and love one another, man. You feel me? And so that should be the ultimate goal. And it's not an overnight process. So yeah, you might feel like that way in the moment, but then you're treating it like an idol. Because self-love should be an all-the-time thing. Like, that should become the new practice, basically. So yeah, y'all enjoy your day. Like Tabitha say, even if you can't, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's. You feel me? Peace.